Hello everyone, welcome back to Phoenix Wright's Attorney, Justice for All. And we're doing the trial. The final part, sort of. June 22nd, 9:51 AM, District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. We are going to finish case 2. Today, or tomorrow. Hopefully today. Nick? Yeah? Did you know that Von Kahn's daughter is only 18, just like me? Yeah. Why? Does that make you feel upset or inferior in any way? Because I wouldn't be able to gather that, considering that I'm a lawyer and it's my job to gather facts. I was just thinking about how strong she is, and kind of... you do notice the fact that she is mean. That's not strong. There's a difference between strong and mean. I mean, she's been in Germany all this time, all by herself, and she's so grown up and mean. Wait, a lady who grew up in Germany, independent of other... Why is Asuka Langley Sawyer in every game I play just in a different... And it was with Angie in Trauma Center. It all makes sense. Apparently all women who grew up independent in Germany because their parents are otherwise indisposed become Asuka Langley Sawyer from Neon Genesis Evangelion. It all makes sense now! Yeah, and I'm pretty sure she felt a lot of pressure for her father's reputation of being a professional douchebag. And then you look at me, and, well, you know, I'm just a person who tries to be nice to people, and, you know, who wants that? Who wants that as a desired quality in people? I'm the daughter of a master, but I'm still just a little girl. And on top of that, I'm a suspect in a murder trial. Admittedly, this is the second time, but this time, it's not exactly... Well, the first time wasn't your fault, but the second time, really not your fault. But I think you're really strong too, Maya, for what you've gone through. Say it, Nick! Good morning! Two of you look like you're doing well today. I'm happy for you. Hey, morning, Polly. You'll be safe today, Mystic Maya. Huh? What do you mean? My mother is coming today to show her support. Oh, Paul. You're so cute when you are ignorant of the facts. Yeah, that's right, Polly. Hey, Pauls? Yes, Mr. Nick? Do you think you could do me a big favour? Could you channel Mia today too? You know, nothing too big, just channel the departed soul of my dead boss, who is also kind of like one of the women I had a crush on. Just, you know, if you could. Maybe change into baggier clothes before you do that. Huh? I was so hoping to sit in the audience today and watch. Please, it's very important to me. I don't feel confident enough without her help. What voice was that? Mr. Nick, that's enough! You can show weakness in front of the person you love. Papali! Not this again! Please, can you do this for us, Bugs? Alright, I'll do it. I'll do it for Mystic Maya's sake. See you later then. I'll leave you to your alone time. Oh, Pugs. Classy lady. Thank goodness. Nick? This way, Pulse won't be able to see today's trial. What do you mean? What's going on? You're about to find out. June 22nd, 10 AM, District Court, Courtroom number 2. That's enough of that. Court is now in session for the trial of Maya Fey. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Let's start already. Mr. Phoenix Wright, I look forward to tonight's news with great joy. The image of your defeated face will be transmitted all over the world. That's great. All over the world, huh? Sounds like you've made quite a name for yourself, Phoenix. Oh, hi, Mia. That isn't shocking anymore, apparently. Don't be foolish, you foolishly foolish fool. Wearing the foolishly foolish clothes. I've said fool one too many times. The famous one is me. I'm the prodigy who has never lost a case since becoming a prosecutor 5 years ago. Well, it's always time to change, isn't it? Sorry. I drank some fizzy juice, well, I call it fizzy juice, that sounds weird now. You know, that's Coca-Cola. Well, one of my favourite drinks is a sort of slightly nicer variant of it called Dandelion and Burdock. It tastes nice to me. I don't know, I'm weird. I used to have it with ice cream on the top. Never mind. Naturally, the world's eyes are on me as I conduct my first trial in this country. That's nice, Miss Von Karma. Glad to see you're in such good spirits today, Miss Faye. It's true what they say. Women really are scary when they fight. Crack. That's enough of that. Now, a very interesting theory was presented during yesterday's session. That the defendant could have left the channeling chamber, correct? Yes. And this key is proof of that. This key, the only key to the channeling chamber, was not where it should be. Your Honor, I would like to say one thing before we begin. Fliggity-gibbet? No one ever says that. Alright, let's hear it. The prosecution has determined that from the time of the murder to the time of arrest, the defendant did indeed leave the room at one point. What? That's a bit self-admitting, but okay. But Miss Von Karma, then how do you explain the picture? Well, apparently she was one size too big for that dress. Are you saying then that the person in this picture is not the defendant? Pretty much like my nose is saying, don't breathe like that, otherwise I'm going to hurt you. Sorry. I never said that wasn't the defendant. Then what's the meaning of this? And stuff. All I'm saying is that Maya Fey, after killing the victim, yeah, come on, exited the room, and I believe that's when she dropped this key. Can you substantiate your claim? Of course, otherwise this would be a very short fourth part. Isn't that what I'm here for? I thought you were just here to, you know, hit people with whips and bitch at Phoenix half the time. But maybe I'm just, you know, imagining things. The prosecution would like to call the defendant's aunt, Maya Morgan Fay, to the stand. Ha! Just as I suspected. Aunt Morgan. Poor Mia. She seems really torn by this. Oh, hello, you. Witness, name and occupation. My name is Morgan Fay, and I am a spirit medium, in a manner of speaking. I'm sorry, what do you mean in a manner of speaking? Ah! I don't think anyone really cares. Well, that's Morgan. Yeah, I don't care. Not the first. This is going to be the first I'll say I agree with you, Francisco. And hopefully the last. Now then, after the murder took place, you kept watch over the defendant, correct? Yes, that is correct. Forewarning, I have played through this case before to make sure I remembered stuff and I didn't have to replay it a dozen times. And then I left it for a week. I'm sorry to everyone who wonders why things took so long. So long. And so I can't remember the stuff I did. So yeah. I may do, but I may not. Sorry, I've only got probably about another hour or so of people not being here to listen to me shout and say stupid things. Yes, that is correct. I performed the spirit severing technique on Mystic Mine. Spirit severing technique? How dare that sentence be self-explanatory? A technique to remove a spirit from a body and send it back to the other world, that is. Well, I guess it could also mean you cut a spirit in half. Which, with the amount of anime and manga I've seen where they deal with spirits, is not entirely out of the question. Yes, that is. You be quiet. Now, witness, something happened while you were performing this technique, correct? Yes, that is correct. Don't look all forlorn. What in the world could have... Mystic Maya, she escaped from the room. Oh, well, you just happened to mention that when we were talking about that. What?! And here we come to the heart of the matter. Or the lie. Matter, lie. At this moment, I'm not feeling too indiscriminate. Mystic Maya Fey, while in a possessed state, managed to escape from the channeling chamber. Ding. Oh, Morgan. I'm going to have fun cross-examining you. Order! 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 I can't let my voice go too high, otherwise I'm going to hurt my throat. Miss Fay, please testify to this court what happened during that time. Your Honor, I will try my best to lie. I think someone just upped the ante on this trial. Someone raised the stakes, if you would. Yes. I'm sorry, I'll just cross-examine. Witness testimony. Maya's escape. After we heard the gunshots, those two broke the door open and entered the chamber. I requested that Mr. Wright and the other lady please contact the police. A pistol was hanging from Mr. Maya's hand, and she was in a daze. And had blood and everything. Then quite suddenly, she thrusted me away from herself and escaped from the room. With great strength, she hit the base of my neck. I fainted for a short while. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after that. Yeah, I agree with the table slam. Why have you hidden this until now? I did not wish to cause more trouble for Mr. Maya. However, I must correct falsities when they arise. That's right. She is simply correcting a falsity, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Why is she making it a point to take a stab at me? Never mind. Okay, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. My aunt is a very smart and sly person. Like a cake? A strawberry cake? No, strawberries aren't sly. They're delightfully fluffy. It's going to be very hard for us to find a crack in her testimony. But we could try. Cross-examination. Maya's escape. After we heard the gunshots, those two broke the door down and opened the chamber. Hold it! Just now, you said those two. Who were the two people you were referring to? I was referring to that foreign lady and yourself, good sir. Lotta's not a foreigner, despite how she talks. Oh, is that so? I'm sorry. Really? I simply could not understand her atrocious English, not to mention she looked awful. Yes, and you looking like, as I mentioned to Ray, a vile plume hardly makes you best dressed person of the year now, does it? I can already see people in the heartland gearing up for a riot. Oh yeah, broadcast all around the world, because you know, makes sense. In any case, I've already sent a repair bill to your office, Mr. Wright. Well, give me more reasons to want to prosecute you, even though I'm the defendant. Never mind. Oh, thanks. What did you do after that, Miss Fay? I request that Mr. Wright and the other lady please contact the police. Hold it! And stuff. Was it really necessary to have two people do something so simple as call the police? If there was a possibility of escape, then one of us should have stayed behind. Yes, that's a very good point. And stuff. At that time, I myself was a little confused. Really? You came in, you were very direct, you knew kind of what you had to do, you had the spirit severing technique all ready and geared. Sorry, I thought I heard an odd noise. Never mind. So, yeah. I'm not sure you were that confused, to be honest. On top of which, there was another what, madam? Oh, it's nothing. No need to concern yourself to hit the end of that sentence. If you question her further, I remember this now, you look like a moron because it turns out I didn't want to hurt Mr. Maya about some reason or other, so I know your game! The last bit of the sentence sounds like a red herring. If that's the case, I'm not going to fall into a trap today. If the defense has no further questions, let us press on. You don't win if you leave it alone, but you at least don't look like a complete moron. A pistol was hanging from Mr. Maya's hand and she was in a daze. Hold it! What happened to the knife? I'm curious, what happened to the knife? Is it now inside the defendant, or stuff? Forgot to staying or stuff. During our investigation, you stated that you struck the defendant on the head, and this strike caused Maya to lose consciousness. Do you stand by that statement? I'm afraid I don't. The statement I gave you was a lie. Okay. But why would you lie about something like that? It's very painful for me to say this, however... Objection! The witness was lying to cover for the defendant. She was covering for where? Question 5. Good slam. So, you were covering for the defendant? Well, yes, it was only later that I was informed of what occurred. Something I had expected. What, pray tell, did she... Well, this witness didn't and couldn't have seen what happened. You want to know what this unexpected thing was? There is always later. Yes, very well. Why does it suddenly feel like there's a rock in the pit of my stomach? Really, because there's one in mine. Now, let's continue with what happened. Then, quite suddenly, she thrusted me away from herself and escaped from the room. Hold it! Was it really that easy for her to escape from you? I'm ashamed to admit that such a thing happened, yes. But you are physically larger and stronger than the defendant. There's no way she could have escaped from you so easily. Objection! And stop. Stop doing that, mate. Have you forgotten already, Mr. Phoenix Wright? What about this picture? Remember at the time the defendant was not physically Maya Fey? Yeah, we are establishing that she's not Maya Fey. That's the defense's point, Francisco. If we agreed with you, that would be stupid. Ugh. Growing old is such a mysterious thing. Trust me, I know firsthand. Basically, Mystic Maya's body was still that of the nurse she had called. But if she had run away, wouldn't you have given chase right away? Well, yes, I would have. However, with great strength, she hit the base of my neck, and I fainted for a short while because she hit you with a Vulcan neck pinch? What? Is it like, whatcha? And then you're unconscious. This isn't an Austin Powers film. It doesn't work like that. You fainted? I became dizzy and then collapsed onto the floor. How long were you unconscious? I'm not sure. About 10 minutes, perhaps. And stuff. Stop! Why am I saying that? I don't actually... Oh, never mind. And the defendant almost certainly went somewhere in that time. Happy? When this elaborate on that point for us. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after that. Hold it! Getting deeper there. Is that because you were unconscious? Yes, Phoenix. If we're really going to run with the unconscious story, unfortunately we have to acknowledge that being unconscious, you can't really receive information. Why, yes. Great. Well, now what? Oh no, question further. So while you're unconscious, you have absolutely no idea where the defendant went? I would think that's obvious, good sir. If that's true, then how can you know for sure that the defendant left the channeling chamber at all? Now that you mention it, I have to wonder myself. And I'd wonder that too. It's true that this witness is not able to confirm this. But the key word here is this witness. What do you mean by that? You mean she has another witness up her sleeve, that's what. Looks like Miss Von Karma is ready to move on to her next witness. Kaslam! That's enough! From what I can tell, there is nothing wrong with this witness's testimony. And what she has said, we can establish that Maya Fey did leave the chamber. I hope this isn't going to come back and bite us in the butt. It will. Now let's take the next logical step and ask, where did the defendant go after leaving the channeling chamber? And we will answer that after these messages. Which, considering the fact I don't have advertisement on my YouTube videos, makes little to no sense. Goodbye!